Jason Rzucidlo reporting inside the Detroit Historical Museum, being joined by Public Affairs Director Bob Sadler. How are you today?
Hi, Jason. Always good to see you.
Good, you too. So, can you give me some highlights of this new exhibit here?
Well, this is the latest installment in our Fabulous 5 series of exhibits, and this one is focusing on Detroit's beloved sports coaches. And we have 5 true legends of Detroit sports featured in this exhibit. And we start off with Sparky Anderson, who of course managed the Tigers and won World Series actually in both the American and National Leagues. We also have Scotty Bowman, who certainly was famous before he came to Detroit, but also created a legacy here, winning 3 Stanley Cups with the Red Wings. We have Chuck Daly, the late great coach of the Pistons during the back-to-back championship bad boy era. And also Will Robinson, who was a local Detroit Public School League coaching legend at both Miller and Pershing High Schools, won some state championships there. Also notorious for being the first African-American head coach at a Division I NCAA school, that being Illinois State. And then finished off his career with 28 years as a scout for the Detroit Pistons. And then finally, last but not least, Dick Vitale, who was a legendary coach, coached the University of Detroit Titans during their glory years in the early and mid-'70s, led the Titans to the NCAA tournament, had a short, relatively forgettable stint as coach of the Pistons, and then, of course, went on to broadcast legendary status as a college basketball analyst with ESPN.
How did you go about selecting the 5 individuals for this exhibit?
Well, these people, certainly they were distinguished because of wins and losses. Certainly each in their own way were winners as coaches and led their teams to many wins and losses. But these 5 stand out not just because of their records. They stand out as people because either through their longevity or by their personalities, they really truly became Detroit favorites, and they became part of the fabric of Detroit, and that's why these 5 are featured in this exhibit.
Now, can you go over some of the specific pieces within this exhibit here?
Well, there's a great variety of artifacts that we have for each of the 5 that are featured, and it includes, things like uniforms from the era, some of their own personal effects, some bobbleheads and giveaways and things. Just a great variety of artifacts for each one, and it's a truly colorful and a visual spectacle as well. And in addition to the exhibit itself, there also is a video that people can watch that gives vignettes into an insight into each of the 5 that are featured.
Now, I understand there's some other items that are new to the museum. Can you go over what that is?
Right. We have 2 other exhibits that are just opened as well. The latest installments in our New to the Collection series and our Detroit Artist Showcase. And the New to the Collection exhibit basically focuses on, we're a living, breathing museum. So in addition to putting on all these wonderful exhibits and programs that we do, we're still collecting things that are part of our preserving of the history of Detroit and southeastern Michigan. And so our New to the Collection part of the museum gives us a chance to show off some of the things that have come into the collection in the last 12 months. And, until we find an actual exhibit that makes sense for us to put them in, we put them in our New to the Collection exhibit. And then the Detroit Artist Showcase features a local artist by the name of John Gelsavage, who was a painter and illustrator who in the 20th century, and some of his works are on display also on our second floor.
Now, how long will all these exhibits be on display here?
Well, the Fabulous 5 exhibit actually is running through September the 4th, which is the Sunday of Labor Day weekend, and the New to the Collection and the Detroit Artist Showcase will be up for a full year.
Now, upstairs you also have the Corktown exhibit. How long is that here for?
The Corktown exhibit actually is just running through the first Sunday in April, which I believe is the 3rd.
All right. Now, can you go over once again the tickets and hours here?
Absolutely. The Detroit Historical Museum here in the Cultural Center. We are open Wednesday through Sunday. The hours Wednesday, 9:30 to 3. Saturdays, 10 to 5. Sundays, noon to 5. Admission prices are $6 for adults, $4 for students and seniors. Children 4 and under are free. You can get all the details by either calling 313-833-1805 or go to our website, www.detroithistorical.org, and I'm sure you put a link from your website onto ours. So thanks again.